Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a level law spread for all of my Taurus out there. So let's get at it. Okay. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What types of energies are my Taurus currently dealing with? What kind of energies are my Taurus currently dealing with here? One more shuffle. What kind of energies are my Taurus currently dealing with? Some cards you need to see. Some cards I need to see. Some cards that I need to see. Okay, feels great. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, you are currently dealing with an individual that's looking at things in a new way with the Page of Wands, new exploratory fiery energy here. So this is an individual that kind of moves to the beat of their own drum, so to speak here. It could be potentially a younger fire sign individual here, okay? An Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius energy here. All right, again, or it could be an individual that just kind of like, a young at heart type of individual here with the Page of Wands here. So again, a Leo and Aries, or a Sagittarius energy here. Okay, so with that being said here, this person kind of marches to the beat of their own drum here, okay? So they kind of do things their own kind of way, so to speak. But they do it in a really creative, spontaneous way. Now, that's good. It's also somewhat it has some issues as well because we have the Page of Swords here as well. And sometimes the new way that the person kind of does things can kind of seem a little bit on the immature side too. Okay, Page of Swords, either like a naivete or immaturity. So it could be that they're unaware that they're, exploratory, kind of fiery, impulsive vibe. That's cool. It's fresh, a new perspective. But sometimes it may be they not know that they're coming off a certain type of way, that certain type of people kind of like, wow, this is a little bit too different. All right. There may be a naivete there, or it may be a little bit on the immature side where they're like, hey, they're kind of like, what's the problem here? Okay. So we also have the Magician here. This person's trying to manifest, their own, the way that they do things into reality. They're kind of trying to get everybody to say, hey, listen, I got this thing going on. Check me out. So they're trying to manifest, this thing into reality here, this acceptance into reality. And again, it's like a double-edged thing. It's attractive, but it's also you're like, so you're a little bit on the fence there. Now, we got the King of Wands energy here as well. That means that looking at terms and things of the long term. So there's a micro and there's a macro perspective. This person's thinking about the future. So this person's like, hey, listen, keeping things fresh, keeping things entertaining, keeping things inciting is good for the long-term aspect of the relationship here, okay? Things will never get boring. This person's always, again, like I said, this person stands out because they're always thinking out of the box and kind of doing things their own way. Sometimes it annoys some people. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it seems a little bit immature. Sometimes it seems like, wow, that actually, as a matter of fact, that's a pretty interesting way to look at things. So, like I said before, it could go either way here. Now, with that being said, also some of this person's habits are somewhat problematic. You got the Devil card here. Okay, so that represents somebody that has some type of drinking issue, some type of opioid addiction, or some type of toxic aspect about their persona that's, somewhat problematic. So that's something to definitely be aware of, okay? Just because this person looks at things new ways and has a new perspective of doing things, sometimes bad habits are just bad habit. There's no way to get around that, all right? Also, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is all about kind of like telling it like it is, being straight up about things. And so this person, if anything, is very open and very honest, and they pretty much, you don't have to wonder what's on this person's mind because they're very straight up and honest about what they're feeling and what they're thinking. So they're a straight shooter. They tell you how it is. Even if, like I said, it's kind of like off the wall sometimes. It's like, well, At least I know what you think, right? It doesn't leave a whole lot to the imagination. It's like, this is what I feel, this is what I think, this is what I'm about, and this is how I see things. So, complete transparency on that end. Also, this person is thinking about a long-term committed relationship, okay, with a solid foundation, possible marriage in the future. Also got the Death card here representing endings and new beginnings. So this person is looking at this as a brand new, fresh opportunity, okay? So with that being the case here, let us see what are the strengths of this potential union here. What are the strengths of this potential union here? What are the strengths of this potential union here? What are the strengths of this potential union here? What are the strengths of this potential union here? Cards you need to see. Show what cards you need to see. Okay, feels good. Alright, so potential strengths here. Queen of Pentacles. This individual is very down to earth, very grounded when it comes in terms of finances. They really nurture their finances very, very, very well. And they're very grounded and down to earth when it comes to common sense aspects. So when it comes in terms of money, this person's like, you know, they're pretty grounded when it comes in terms of that. Also, person does want to have children at some point. Okay, does want to have so they are interested in having a family. All right, and got the Ace of Cups here. This person definitely is in love with you. This is definitely a love type of situation here. Also, we have the Nine of Pentacles, representing this person believes, and, you know, all the ingredients are here for this to be a successful union here. There's nothing else that you guys need. There's nothing else that you guys need. All the ingredients are definitely here for a fruitful union if you choose it to be that way, and if you can kind of deal with this person's eccentricness, okay? Also, we have the World card here. So things have come full circle. They're, you know, beginning, the middle, and end. So basically what this is telling me here is, because usually it could be like a foreign energy, a different type of energy as well. In this particular case, this type of foreign, different energy is emanating from this individual. Now, here's the thing. Things have come full circle with this individual. So what you see is what you get. There ain't no change in this situation. I mean, maybe in change over time, but the eccentricness, the different way of looking at things, the different way of doing things is here to stay for the long term. So what you see is what you get. Now, again, go back to the question, what's the strength of this particular union here? We got the Eight of Cups at any time. Because of the way this person views things here, if you know you're free to walk away from the situation, and there will be no hard feelings from this individual. This is not the type of person that's going to hold a grudge, you know, if you decide to walk away from the situation because, you know, it's too much. They kind of know that they're kind of over the top, and so if you decided to walk away, it'd be like, okay, well, you couldn't, you know, it was a little bit too much, and so I really want to highlight that because this person, things have come full circle. This person is feel like they've been liberated, so they're not going to change anytime soon. So, again, what you see is what you get. And if you want to walk away from the situation, you know, it would be an understanding there. Also, here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles representing taking things very slow. You know, very slow, progressing very slow. And there's also a very strategic thing going on here with this individual's, different way of looking at things. And the relationship is like, it's a very slow cooking relationship. And things are moving in a very specific direction on purpose. So it's not this person's kind of like being eccentric and, you know, they have no idea what they're doing. This is a person that's deliberately doing this because they truly see things kind of differently, all right? So, with that being the case here, let us see what are the potential blockages of this situation. What are the potential blockages of this union? 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 Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards that I need to. All right, here we go. Okay, so potential blockages here. So like I said, things are very down to earth, very nurturing. Queen of Pentacles. They're very down to earth, very grounded with their finances. Well, again, that's a potential blockage because, you know, they may be really eccentric when it comes to the way they look at things and the way they do things, but when it comes to their money, they're very, very grounded, which means that I get in the sense here, you're like, wow, you're kind of eccentric and crazy with that, but when it comes to like splurging and doing all kinds of crazy things financially, this person's kind of like grounded in there, like they're really focused in on their pentacles and saving and things like that. So, you know, they feel like they have a good aspect of how money works. So they're not really eccentric when it comes to their spending habits, which could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. If you want to splurge a little bit, this person may have a little bit of an issue with it. Like I said, they kind of march to the beat of their own drum. Not all things are going to make sense here with this particular situation. All right. Also, we got the Nine of Swords here. So, you know, there's going to be a bit of anxiety here dealing with the situation, a little bit of stress because, you know, again, things are going to always kind of be moving. There's a lot of moving pieces here with the situation. Things are always going to be moving. Sometimes it's going to cause you a little bit of stress, you know, especially if you have this individual among friends and family. It may be like, wow, you know, I mean, it's kind of like they're looking at you like, what? You know, so, you know, it's it's one of them type of situations here. Also here, there may be a little bit of fear of Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold because this person is so, you know, spontaneous in how they deal with things and how they look at things. You know, there's the feeling with you is, you know, you really get caught up and captured in with this individual. Then all of a sudden they're like, you know what, I don't think this thing's working out. You're like, what? So again, it's really one of those types of situations here. Also the straight talk, Queen of Swords, because things are so straight. Sometimes things may be a little bit too blunt, okay, and it may be there may be a little bit too much to deal with here. You know what I mean? Because this person is very, very straight to the point. Also, we have the Six of Swords here, representing moving into smooth, tranquil waters. Well, again, with this situation, things are going to be choppy a lot of the times, all right? It's going to be a constant ups and downs and flows, and like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces here. A lot of moving pieces here with the situation. So things are not going to be calm and tranquil. Things are going to be exciting, robust, off the wall, that type of thing. I really want to stress that. Also, we have here Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is all about moving quickly towards one's passions and stuff like that. Because things are so crazy and often, you know, you're really going to have a hard time really, are we moving in this direction or moving in that direction? And finally here, we got the Four of Swords. And that represents a situation in which, you know, sometimes you're really not going to have time to catch your breath because things are going to be moving so rapidly. So again, I know through this whole reading, you're like, Adonis, this sounds like it is like literally being on a roller coaster. That's exactly what it's going to be like. So, with that being said, let's see what additional information Spirit wants to give. What additional information Spirit wants to give. What additional information Spirit wants to give for 2 cards that I need to see. Here we go. So, first thing Spirit's saying, expansion. So, you're going to have to, if you want this union to work here, you're going to have to expand your definition of normalcy here. I mean, you're really going to have to expand it because this thing is going to be moving all over the place. Also, Spirit's saying open your heart. Open your heart. Open your heart here. Just because something's different, really different, doesn't mean it doesn't have good aspects to it, okay? And most importantly here, use your intuition here. Your intuition will be your best guide to this situation, okay? And so if you can handle the crazy, robust, always exciting, never a dull moment type of relationship, then this is for you. If you can't, so in the case of love and loss, it's a love situation if you can take the constant changing that's going to happen, the constant excitement, But it's a loss if you can't deal with that. If you're looking for something a little bit more grounded, a little bit more down to earth and normal, then you may want to look elsewhere. All right, so with that being said, I'm shutting this thing down now. This is a general love reading. If it resonates with you, fantastic. You may want to get a personal reading. I'll leave the link down in the description box below. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine too. Just take those parts that do and disregard the rest. And if you guys haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. They help the algorithm, and they really help me get my word out there as far as who I am and the kind of readings that I do in my very unique style. So, my name's Adonis. I love you guys, and I will absolutely see you next time. Bye-bye.